Ping camper. And TSB if you're there. We're literally delivering love letters. Again! If you're paying attention. It's okay. Oh, wow. That's interesting. Whatever, I suppose. So, you're probably wondering why we're running around doing side quests. Well, obviously it's because this is what I've been doing in my off time, because... But, the real reason, a little more tangible reason, is I wanted a few minutes here to wrap this up and get my log a little bit clearer before we jump into Ivalice, which will be essentially the next thing we do here. I was also curious if anybody out there knew an answer to a question, but unfortunately it looks like I only have one viewer right now. And you're awesome, camper, but I don't know if you have the answer to my question. Hey, Proaxle. I have 2 people now. 2. Pretty good. There you go. Have 2 tusks. Aw. That chain, yep. We're just gonna leave that there. So, God dang it, I still have quests. Why do I still have quests? Why are there so many quests? God, I hate everything. Alright, whatever. I was hoping to clear that up a little bit more, but it looks like that's just not happening. So, pretty sure we're going to... space. Yes. Come on. Good morning, Sputnik Lock. Good morning, Hazardous. Oh, it clears your luck. Yay. Hey, Zach Deft. It was back in Kugane. Yeah, that's fine. Oh. Alright. Alright, keep. So, let's read these quests for the first time. At my pace, of course, there's a billion of them. Alright, so there's a young woman who would speak with me. Okay. Does she want me to get her wine? In case, for anybody who hasn't heard me say this before, to be clear, I've never read this story. I should actually be a little bit more clear about that, but hang on. It's Lena, liberator of both Doma and Alamigo in the flesh. I am Lena Bob, correspondent for The Raven. You may recognize me from my expose on the secret lives of homunculi. Is there a problem? Explain. Muja? Oh, that'd be my sister. People mistake us all the time. Same profession, and we bear a passing resemblance. Last I saw, she was still assigned to the Botanist Guild. Poor thing. Remember that? That was the Heavensward Botanist quest. Enough small talk. It's not for nothing I've been standing here since yesterday morning on the off chance you passed by. Really? No, I'm here because, well, actually, it's best you heard it from Alma, but I'm but an observer. Where's she? Alma, found him. And there's the FFT music. Is this the adventure of whom you spoke? Don't worry about it, Compalissa. Don't worry about it. Wow, you're short. Like, if you find my father, you're his only hope. Okay. It's all right, Alma. We're attracting unwarranted attention. Maybe a change of venue? We'll await you aboard the Prima Vista. The theater barge? Yeah, okay, sure. Hey, Omega Legion. But I guess I'll actually answer you, Colin Peluso. He's in the comics. The Monsters, Inc. comics. Go figure. Okay, so for those of you who haven't heard me say this several times before now, I've done, obviously, all the Ivalice stuff. I like the fights. That's cool. But what happened is I saw Lilith and I was like, no! And then I turned around and went the other way. Because what I did was I went through the quests up to a certain point. I'll point out where it is. And the whole quest chain was just such a slog and so disinteresting to me. And as I pointed out several times, I was not in a good state of mind at about this point in time. So I eventually got to the point where I just started skipping quests. Or skipping cutscenes, excuse me. Now, the problem was, it didn't stop there, because that's bad enough, getting to the point where I'm skipping cutscenes. But what made it even worse was, it didn't feel like it sped it up. It felt like it still took me absolutely forever to get to the next actual fight, even while skipping cutscenes. And so I became even less inclined to the story, because in addition to being something I wasn't interested in, it took bloody forever. That's why the only thing scheduled for today is Ivalice. We'll see how bad this actually is. So, we will continue this conversation in the privacy of the young lady's barge. It's not that I don't trust anyone here. It's just that I don't trust anyone here. Gate guard Gumo is looking out for you. Blah, 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 blah. To the Prima Vista. Which is that ostentatious and ugly ship off in the distance. Yeah, that one. Alright, you're probably wondering why I've summoned you to an airship. Our Garlean wanted that. Allow me to explain on this shuttle. That's not exactly high praise, Omega Legion. But again, I'm trying to go into this with an open mind. We've officially reached this stuff, which I'm less familiar with story-wise, so this should be interesting. You know, maybe I should camper. That's not a bad idea. Hang on. Stormblood, Ivalice raids. Yeah, actually, funny thing about that, Dakota. So, there's some tags you can add when you're putting up a game, and then there's some that are mandatory, which you don't have a choice on. The tags which are mandatory for FF14 are RPG, okay, MMO, yep, open world, strategy, and adventure game. Prima Vista serves as both stage and home to the Majestic Imperial Theater Company. I do like the music. I actually like several FFT songs. You can keep that dirk in your drawers. No one here is a member of the Imperial Armory. No spies in the troops, at least any known spies. That's not comforting. Ask anyone here, they'll readily attest. The Majestic Imperial Theater Company are finest practitioners of the dramatic arts to be found anywhere in the 3 great continents and beyond. They have admirers throughout the Empire and its territories, and even boast a sizable following in Gridania, hence there's my assignment to their story. Little known fact, outside Garlemald at least, that the late Emperor was a devoted patron of the arts who supported various theater troops to the tune of much coin. That actually tracks. Stolas was so enamored of the Majestic players, he ordered the very construction of this airship, that the troupe might perform in every corner of the Empire. When his grandson took the throne, things changed. Now all theater troops, domestic and foreign, must submit their works for approval by a Central Imperial Board of Censors. That's Varus, for perspective. If a play is deemed vulgar or inflammatory, it's banned from the troupe, and the troupe is denied writs of transit. The worst offenders are never heard from again. This policy has effectively left playwrights with 2 options: compromise integrity to curry favor, or acquit altogether. The principal of the Majestic, however, chose a 3rd option, to express his disapproval of the Emperor's policies obliquely in ostensibly unpolitical works. Yeah, that's never happened before. Oh well. I am Alma Boss Lexentail, daughter of Principal Genomus Khan Lexentail. Maybe you've heard my father's prey, the Zodiac Brave story? Nope, never heard of it. On the surface, it's an innocent retelling of a well-known Garlean fairy tale, hardly worth the censor's attention. But beneath it is something quite different. In fact, the censors failed to spot when they approved the manuscript for public performance. The play was a huge success. Common folk loved its fantastical story, while the learned class appreciated its true message. By the time the Imperial Board of Censors realized their mistake, it was too late. No longer in a position to prohibit the performance outright without admitting fault, they took aim at the company's purse strings instead. Before long, noble patrons began to withdraw their support, fearing to be associated with the troupe. By the end, even the learned felt compelled to feign ignorance. By bleeding the majestic of their funding, the censors robbed them of their voice. None of this made any clearer to why you're here. Right. Yeah, I mean, this is all fascinating, but I punch things. I said... I've known Genoma since we were students at the Magitek Academy. When I heard his daughter was in Kugane looking to enlist the aid of adventure, I felt compelled to give her your name. Sorry for not announcing myself sooner, old friend. That's whatever. Jeromus and I were from different worlds, but only served to fuel our friendship. Many of the nights we would prattle on in the wee of the small hours, warm flagons of peating ale, numbing our minds to others' naive ideologies. No matter where our conversation began, it would end with him telling me how he was going to change the Empire from the inside out. The troupe was to be his path to people's hearts. Even after the Empire forced him from his home, he never gave up the hope that his work might change the world. Art will ever strain the artificial bounds and borders, man-made walls and misguided wars. In such times of uncertainty, we must needs embrace our calling and take to the skies, so others might do the same. What I'm trying to say, rather poorly I concede, is that not all Garleans are hewn from the same stone. Just as there are those who pledge their lives to the Empire, would never think to question the authority of its leaders, there are those like Alma's father and myself, whose love of country does not blind them to its flaws. Still, try selling that sack of sunflower to an Alamegan or a Doman who's watched his family consumed in the flames of a Magitek Reaper. How many Eorzean adventures do you think would leap at the opportunity to help an Imperial search for a missing father in Garlean territory? But you're different. You've seen enough to know that the line between good and evil is not defined by race, color, or creed, unless they're drow. Yeah, I got you back. Sure, whatever. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Now that you understand the nature of the task, maybe we can provide insight into where to begin our search. Wine! No, shortly before his father disappeared, he began working on his next play, a successor to the Zodiac Brave story. He called it Final Fantasy XII. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Please, follow me. Hey, I ripped that drow's head off, look. That's all I'm saying. And then I carried it around with me for like 10 minutes afterwards. So, adventures and hardships. Young Delita, a boy of common blood, becomes a hero, culminating in the birth of the mythical kingdom of Ivalice. But that was where the story ends. There's no records of anything that follows. Was Principal Jerome simply going to invent something? My father believed he had discovered evidence of a second hero, one whose efforts went unnoticed, but without whom Delita would never have risen to the throne. He wanted to tell the true Zodiac Brave story. A second hero? According to my father's studies, the young man is one of Delita's closest friends and confidants until the untimely passing of Delita's sister forced the two to part ways. Okay, there's references, and then there's just straight up repeating the story. Just forgive me, I've never heard anyone make such claims. How'd your father come by this information? That's a long story. Yeah, it is. begins and ends with Genomus becoming the lost in the very legend he sought to bear. As far back as the Academy days, Ivalice had Genomus firmly in its grasp. He refused to believe the story was just a fairy tale. So when he finally was driven out of Garlemald, it's only natural he should choose this of all his places as his refuge, was it not, Alma? That's correct. It was long been my father's belief the ruins of ancient Ivalice lie beyond Naxia, beneath the sands of the Dalmasca Desert. No kidding, Omega Legion. I mean, by the time this came out, I'd already done one lore run on Final Fantasy Tactics, so it was like, yeah, okay. Poor Dalmasca. The kingdom prospered in relative isolation for countless generations until the Empire came calling. While not touring, my father would organize expeditions into the Dalmascan desert to search for proof of Ivalice's existence. Sometimes he would bring strange artifacts, tomes, crystals. Crystals unlike any others. Dun dun dun! He called them Orosite, claimed they were vital to proving his theories. This is one such crystal. 12. Don't exist. Ivalice and legend tells of crystals bequeathed by gods to those who would be kings. During his quest to gather Orosite, young Delita rose to prominence. Must have been a tale 1,000 times from my nursemaid, but that's all it ever was, a tale. Father would also tell us how Orosite spoke to him. At times I assumed he was speaking figuratively. The stone's beauty roused his muse. Then he began to act strangely. Following our arrival in Hingashi, he spent most of his time cloistered in his chambers poring over his past research. And though he was alone, we could oft hear him in conversation. Not uncommon for my father to recite the lines as he wrote them, but it soon became clear this was something else. If he was talking to my mother, who passed several winters past. Might this have been out of mere loneliness, or the strain of your flight from Garlemald? Possibly, but that would not explain the voices which answered him. Da-da-da-da! Oh. Right.
Alma, who are these people? I told you I do not require help finding father, especially from outsiders.
So good of you to join us, Ramza. Allow me... He does not deserve that name. Allow me to introduce...
Enough, Master Sid. We may be shunned by the Empire, but we're still Galileans. We still have a pride. Unlike some, it seems, we require neither the aid nor the pity of foreign rabble.
Have you forgotten where you are, brother? It is we who are the foreign rabble. This land and its customs are all but unknown to us. We would be fools to conduct our search without a proven guide. Your sister's right, Ramza. As for my good friend here, your mistrust is ill-placed. I will personally vouch for his character. And all the time I've known him, he's never once let anything as insignificant as race, creed color his judgment. You're lucky to have him.
But we have you, Master Garland. Why do you refuse us?
You know me. You know why. Until this affair with Omega is resolved, which was technically happening at the same time as this, if you're wondering why he's mentioning that. It pains me to refuse you and your sister, but it pains me more to leave Jeromus to his fate. I am sorry. I'm saving the entire world. No, really, from Omega.
You need not apologize. I let my emotions get the better of me. After what happened in Rabanasta, it may be time to admit we're out of our depth.
My brother's last expedition met with tragedy in the capital city. He barely escaped with his life. The Empire turned Rabanasta into a death trap. You were a fool to set foot there without a proper escort.
I realize that now, Mr. Garland, but at the time I saw opportunity to rescue our father, and I took it.
Whatever led you to believe your father was in Dalmasca's capital?
My father's fascination with the Evolution legend began with a trip to the antediluvian city, long before the war. Call it a premonition, but something tells me that is to where he returned. Now, excuse me. I need time to think and have some beetle stuff.
There, Alma. I shall leave you and your brother in Lord's capable hands. He has ever repaid my trust with interest. This is doubly funny because we're doing the Omega stuff at the same time here, but whatever. I know it's kind of offset, but it's funny to me to think about that. Like, if you think about a timeline. Okay, we go fight Omega. Then we go to Rabanastre. Then we go fight Omega. By the way, one thing, and this is a really minor complaint, but you'll notice these are not remixes of Final Fantasy Tactics songs. Thank you for reminding me of that, camper. These are just Final Fantasy Tactics songs, copy-paste. Now, again, I'm fine with some of this music, but that's strange considering the aforementioned Omega raids, which got remixes. Aww.
Garland seems to think highly of you, so I'll withhold judgment until after Dunmaska.
Well, clearly the next quest is going to be Ivalice, right? Actually, I think it is. Holy crap. This is it. We're going to make it. Of that bundle? Tactics. Or 5.
Dalmasca is nestled in a forgotten corner of the Empire's outermost territories. I do not foresee any trouble from the standing army, but would suggest committing to memory the locations of each barge's exits, just in case. As for the flight itself, the currents above Dalmasca are as wild as the land below. You may want to hold on.
You like the amphitheater thing on the theater ship?
I should mention, this is actually right here my favorite tactic song. The map music. Or the save music, excuse me. The map music's my second favorite. Hey, USN Corp. We'll complete our descent into Rabanastre in the shuttle. I don't think they did up the bitrate. I mean, I think they upsampled it, but, you know, in a... I don't think they took the source files and put it out better. I think they took the result files and tried to upsample that. That's what it sounds like to me, anyways. I thought I made myself clear, Alma. The capital's simply too dangerous. Father would never forgive me if I were to lose you trying to rescue him. Come, we are wasting time. That ship is ugly. Yeah, we got the PSP version, which coincided with the phone version, and that's it. Weird. According to my father, Rabanastre was already a thriving city some 1,000 years ago. But after performing several private excavations beneath the so-called Desert Sapphire, my father came to the conclusion it was not the first settlement to stand here. Your father believes Rabanastre sits atop the royal city of Lassalia, capital of Ivalice. If that's true, it could change history. We could be famous. Famous? I sure didn't mean rich. Ah, your kind are all alike. Parasites going fat on the sweat and suffering of others. Bold words for a boy of 16 summers. What, pray tell, have I done to deserve such spite? I only wish to learn the truth behind the disappearance of the Empire's foremost playwright. If that should lead to something bigger, then that would be the worst report in the realm if I didn't pursue it. Well, you see, I am a jackass. Fnaf, fnaf. Yeah, exactly, a Megalegion. Yes, yes. We can argue about this now. We can return to the Prima Vista and report to our army of adventurers. It's time to begin the expedition. I humbly suggest the latter. So we're not at the raid yet. Why aren't we at the raid yet? It's right there! Alright. How many people want to predict that I'm going to die on the first boss of the first raid? I am going to predict that. You see, it's as I said, brother, let them come to us. Should we kill them now? No, the time is not right. When has that stopped us before? Fool, do you see that one? Slayer of gods, they call him, the warrior of light. I guess we'll wait. Okay. So, that wasn't too bad. If anybody wants to join us, now's the time to say something. Number 1 is giant pillars fall over and kill you. I don't remember the names. I remember all the mechanics, including that one. And I tend to get hit by those pillars and die. It's very fun. Boom. But that's the second boss? Who's the first boss? Oh, right. Water boss. Or ice boss, rather. God, I usually don't even remember that one. I'll give you 10 seconds if you want to join. There we go. Now we wait. I can't even do anything. I just gotta wait. Ba-dum. Talk to people. What's up, Ramza? To Rabanasta! You can't expect me to walk away from this. If the legend of Ivalice is true, the public has the right to know. Help is on the way, Father. Oats! Now, we're probably going to have a longer queue than normal, because A, it's the morning, and for some reason this server group tends to be a little dry in the mornings. I can't even do front lines in the mornings at all. But B, these raids don't come up all that often, not nearly as much as, say, Crystal Tower, as I'm sure many people who do Alliance Roulettes can attest to. Like, just last night we got World of Darkness, for God's sakes. You know, I just realized there's one way in which WoW is definitively superior in terms of jumping mechanics. You can control your positioning and movement in the air in WoW. Only a little bit, but you can do precise modifications. So you can be like, jump straight up and then shuffle, or jump straight up and then shuffle. So there's the worst enemy in this raid. Let me get down to the gameplay positive section for no reason. So yeah, our first two bosses are straight out of FF12. In fact, I'm pretty sure they copy-pasted the models. Not that I'm making fun of that, it's a good way to save on time. Time which they could spend on designing the fights, which, well, by memory, these are some pretty cool fights, so I'm with it. Any cool outfits today? Not really catching my eye. Although, yeah, it's just Skaven again. So I guess I could show it off. This is the Skaven plate that I was talking about yesterday. These are no ordinary birds. They're horrifically evil. So, boss one, right into it.
Mateus, or whatever they call him in this version. No trash. Yep, nope, they call him Mateus. So, this site is kind of an interesting one. It's relatively simple to start with. We've got some ads running around throwing ice crap on the ground, like you do. We've got people being slept because they don't get out of things, like you do. It's healing out. I can see that, by the way, Dakota. So you notice how there's kind of a whirlpool-looking thing? Oh yeah, there we go. And then the ice skaters going around the whirlpool. So I forget exactly what happens if you screw this up, but we want to get drenched, but don't get on the ice. But also, make sure that she doesn't run into any of the orbs. In other words, we do need to take out the orbs. Which, speaking of which... oh, that was a little close. Other healer's dead. That's great. Get this going. Get this going. Get in here. Almost done with the whirlwind. It's a long mechanic. Or the whirlpool, the spiral, whatever you want to call that. Alright, I have this ability at this level. Hey, Loner. I do like that comment in chat. That's the first time in ages I've seen people do all the puddles and spheres. That's right, we've got two... There we go. Two people here who are worth a damn, and therefore we just bring up the competence level of the whole group. Now that person. Oh, heal them. There we go. Actually, so far this group's doing pretty well. No joke. I don't remember what the next attack is, or if we're even going to see it at this rate. God, we're putting out some numbers. Ah, right. Okay, so the way this works is we are getting pretty high in death. If we get to 10 stacks, we die instantly. We get these toads, and that makes that happen. There we go. Grab the breath. And with breath, we reset our stacks, and we don't die horribly. Set the stack really quick here. Oh yeah, Orborn, we're gonna just... It's gonna be a wipe fest. It's okay, we won't hit that for like 7 hours. Boss 1. I like that boss. It's getting a positive. It's another one of those simple but good. Sid was not mistaken in his assessment of your skill in battle. Still, I worry something even more sinister awaits. Yeah, that's the should you be here boss. The next one, I'm going to die on. But first... Chocobos! Y'all like chocobos, right? So these are Seek, that's from FF12, if you don't catch the reference. And some chocobos. Oh, this is just a whatever bubble. I'm gonna back the hell off now for no reason. Oh, hey, there's a bunch of chocobos. Chocobos aren't a big deal, though. It's fine, it's fine. It's just chocobos. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Let's see. There's more chocobos. There's a lot of chocobos here. It's weird. Yeah, look at all that treasure that we're not getting. By the way, thank you very much, Seraphim, for the kind words. I've been really nervous, honestly, for quite a while. Hey, it's a red chocobo. One... Oh, it's just one chocobo. I wouldn't worry about that at all. Oh, what is that nonsense? Oh, God, run! Run! Damn! Yeah, so you see how that instantly killed the other healer in my group? By the way, all the treasure were mimics, the whole thing. But yeah, no, I've been nervous about the Pixar block for a while, but as with several previous blocks, I really poured a lot of myself into that. So I'm looking forward to people's reactions, and I hope people enjoy. It was legitimately fascinating to discuss and analyze Pixar and just 3D movie making in general as we went through it. So that was the only trash before this bundle. Good trash design if you're paying attention. So this is Hashmall. I'm going to die in this fight, almost guaranteed. I've just accepted that. I'll explain why when we get there. Not right now, Mega Legion, especially since we don't know anything about that yet. Honestly, if I'm being completely blunt, I don't think there's any connection whatsoever. I think it's literally just a reference. Why am I having lag? Are you seeing that? Of course you are. You're seeing what I'm seeing. Every now and again, everyone just stops for a second, and that's... Oh, by the way, that's the tower. Look at this! What is going on with my connection today? And by my connection, I mean the server, because I'm not losing any frames. Oh, yeah, oh, wow. Yeah, I just let that healer die because of a lag. What's going on with the servers today? Are we getting DDoS'd again? Look at this. This is a bad raid series to have that problem in. These fights are rough. See that right there? That pause? That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, sorry. Okay, so obviously he's got big ol' I hit everything stuff. We've already seen some of those. He pulls out... This is Earth guy, Hashmall, so, you know, naturally... Jesus Christ, save... Oh, why are you... Okay, I take it back. This group sucks. 2 people just stacked on a healer for that. Granted, another group, but still. Over here. Okay, that's not good. This is very ungood. You seeing this? Hang on, can you see me? Give me a Kefka. Because I need to 100% verify that that's not just my connection, but that's the server. Because I'm not losing any frames to Twitch. I haven't lost anything. I haven't lost so much as a single frame so far. Track that kind of thing. You. Well, I told you I'd die. I just didn't think the game would cheat to make it happen. Alright, hang on. So let's pop this. Pop this. Pop this. Pop this. Alright, any other healers dead? No. Okay. Let's get this guy up. Where's that corpse? Where's that corpse? There it is. Well, I was gonna show off his other mechanics, but I think it happened and fell on my face in the middle of that nonsense. Yeah, don't be under those. So, as I was just saying... Yep. It's just my life now. Play catch up a little bit here. Gotta get some other healers up. Nope, they got it. Yeah, I remember Wenlock, and yeah, that's certainly what that felt like. Hopefully that's done. Like, I haven't seen another blip since then. Fun fact. It's so obvious when you have any kind of connection drop, even for just a little one, when it comes to an MMO. that one of my jobs, and I'm not joking about this, back when I used to babysit a data center overnight, was to play WoW regularly. Why? Because I would notice a problem before anything else would. Like, I would see the millisecond something actually went wrong. And so I could get on, diagnosing and figuring it out before anything else could. So anyways, the fight we just did, I'm not going to give a positive for. I am not really... yeah, exactly, Dakota. It's not a terrible fight, but I do think that it's... I'm having lag again. What the crap hell? Do I have Steam up? Well, of course I have Steam up. I have to have Steam up. But it's not downloading anything. Right? Yep, nope, it's not downloading anything. So there's some inconsistency with telegraphs on that fight, especially the damn tower. So the way the towers actually work, and you didn't get to see it, because the only one that fell on me was the one that happened during a lag spike, is the towers go up, and then they fall down in an area, and by the time they start falling, it's too late, you're dead. Which is, coincidentally, what happened to me. That was the thing I was expecting to kill me, which is ironic, because it's just not for the reasons I thought it would. Otherwise, it's just kind of a fight. Like, I don't care for it that much. Next fight's a little better. But anyway, so we have fought the Archaeo Demon straight out of FFT, by the way. On a lag spike. Look at this! Look at this! What the crap? Thank you, Asinius. As always. I'll jot that down for Age of Empires 2. Probably Blade Terval. I believe you. I've never figured out how to do that. Don't tell me. I won't remember it, and I'll probably never do this raid again. In fact, I've already forgotten what we were talking about. So pay attention to the structure of the raid. First boss, just right off the bat. No trash whatsoever. Then we have a bunch of trash that run at you fast paced. Like just, ah! Then, second boss, immediately. The third trash is a little bit different. I don't think I've gotten Big Group B here before. The second trash was 3 large enemies, one per group. And then we do this, the water park. Neat little thing. I'll go ahead and read this one too. There we go. Our lives are but a dream. God damn this lag. This is a really bad raid to have lag on. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I've actually never been Group B in here before, no joke. I'm usually A or C. Yes, we're now in Lazalia. This is what Rabanastre was built on top of, apparently. Oh yeah, some of the things we've been fighting are Void Sent, canonically. And then we have these 2 bosses. The number of people, Colin Palissa. A raid, by definition, is something that requires more people than a dungeon group. So in this case, anything that requires more than 4 people. In WoW's case, anything that requires more than 5 people. You get it. So now we fight whatever the hell this thing is. I don't know what this is a reference to, and I don't care. It's like those things are just attached to it. Those aren't wheels. And it's got like this weird claw thing instead of front hooves, and it's just, I don't know what the hell this thing was. Chariot. Exactly what it looks like. super gonna get hit by that. Yep, just yep, that's my life. Just gonna wait for the lag to resolve. Jesus Christ. Of course it would happen today. No lag for weeks. And it's like, no, screw you. Oh yeah, I should be showing off what these attacks look like. This is Rofocale. Rofocale? Man, I don't know. So, then it does this little figure 8 thing. It's going to do some fun stuff in a minute, hopefully. We might kill it too fast. I'm actually really glad we outgear this for once. Because, you know, it means that I won't die to lag. Well, I mean, I will die to lag. Yeah, fun fact, I once wanted to design a D&D class based entirely on... Oh, hang on. There's the Helm Crush, too. Based on the FFT, like, knight abilities. You know the ones I'm talking about. Like Crush Helm and Crush Weapon, all that stuff. And then I realized, in terms of just sheer, you know, numbers and stats, they were just ranged spells. There's nothing fancy about them. I did it anyways, because I thought it was a cool concept. Oh. Can't res you, maybe? Yep, I can. There it is. So you just gotta see it coming. I can see that, Blade Jamal. And yeah, it's just, there's just some cool factor, you know? Never underestimate cool factor. Got some whirlpools of death, very important. Just gonna get rid of some of these. Come on, game. Totally gonna hit me. Again. Damn it. Oh, that's not cool. Hi, Von Falkenstein. I don't even know what the hell that attack is, but whatever. Yeah, that's probably gonna hit me. So you can see, this boss is mostly just a whole lot of attacks all over the place. Fun boss, though. And very visually entertaining, I think. I'm probably biased because I love the look of a lot of the FFT spells, but whatever. I'd be enjoying it a lot more if not for these lag spikes. Jesus Christ. All of them? Nope, we missed 2. I don't think we're even going to, Blade Jamal. Well, maybe. I've actually had some diagnostics running in the background, so... See, like right there? See how that was clearly a lag spike? No issue with my connection whatsoever. So it's something in between me and the game. That's unfortunately quite unhelpful. Because it's either something I can't do anything about, or something I can't do anything about. Death awaits us in this chamber. Okay, so I don't remember the mechanic here, but I'll do my best. Remember him? I think they've actually already started the fight, but whatever. No, I remember. It's truth and lies. I just don't remember how to tell which one. This is the noble asshole who's like, all who are of lesser birth are pathetic. He's the one who kills Delita's sister. Okay, Whiteface is truth. Got it.
Slumber of Argath Adalphos, rightful king of Ivalice. Descendants of House Beowulf, then by my sword shall I banish your souls to the deepest hell.
Wouldn't surprise me, U.S. Corp. You'll notice that was my very first guess, and I'm usually right about that kind of thing. Oh my god, they actually waited for the people watching the cutscene. God, I love the people in this game.
It is to be a fight then. I am only too happy to oblige.
So yeah, this guy's got some fun stuff. I can't even remember his damn name.
Before the wolf.
What was his stupid name? Like, he later comes back as an undead, and he's just as pathetic. Feel that lag.
And the truth from which you run.
So truth. Let's list that command. Flee. Oh, Argath. I did not even look at the name. I'll be honest, I actually have a tendency to not look at the name on the bar down there. I'm just... Truth. That's... Don't look at? Yes, don't look at.
You will be judged. Kneel and repent.
Yeah, I can get on the crosses because we're about to be crossed. Live. And you scooch a little bit, pop this off. Live. Where are you? There you go. Get TSB to donate. It's all part of the master plan. Yeah, you may notice I'm doing a lot of blanket heals because I'm not sure what's happening at a given point in time, so I'm trying to not die. I guess it's more accurate to say I'm trying to make sure other people don't die. I swear I'm usually not this blankety.
Does it grieve you to see the depths of your own weakness laid bare? Maggots!
Jesus, dude. Chillax, man. Good morning, Maverick.
You do not belong in my world. Step into nothing.
Oh yeah, one thing I want to point out. This may not be the first one, but this is definitely among the first raids where all the boss dialogue is voice acted.
Days upon which you sup.
A lot of previous boss fights. Oh, that's a lie. So... I don't know what that was. Flee. Nope, I refuse to flee. Screw you. A lot of previous bosses would have the dialogue pop up, but it would just be in the chat log. Whereas this guy actually talks. So that's going to be... Right, I remember this one. So this is actually a really cool mechanic. You see how it's spinning? You can only ever move in the direction it's aiming.
You are the blood to stain the circle.
So you have to be nice and careful about how you move. I love that mechanic. I know. I'm aware of it. That's a lie. Do not flee. Piss off.
You will be judged.
Hey, Canada Bangs. You want to join us for the second one? Same question to Maverick, by the way. Oh shoot, was that a truth? That was a truth. Flee! I flee.
You will be judged.
Oh no, someone didn't flee. I'll run it.
And repent. You are the blood to stain the circle.
Okay. Here. Should do it. Should be interesting. No! Other healer. I got you. Don't worry, Omega Legion. We'll get there today. Me, Fife.
But what fool is the dog who bares his teeth before his master? Like sheep before the wolf.
Oh, this is the right thing to do. Yep, okay, cool. Pretty sure. Let's do that. There we go.
Rabbi, this body, it is not my own.
Oh, gods, what have I done? Save me! Ramza! Save me!
I think that's a direct quote from Tactics from when we killed the zombie form of him. Oh no, Canada Bangs. We have 5? No, we have 6 slots for people if you want to join us for the second raid or the third raid. Oh, does he call it for his mother? Okay. I'll accept being wrong. Once, but never again. Commendation for not the other healer. The other healer sucked. Anything cool? No. Math raid will be next. Alright, now who's ready for 2 hours of nonsense? No, 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 no. Where am I? You're it. Father. Hamza, the warrior of light. Yes, I know of you, but that you should come to my rescue? The words fail me. A poor playwright I must seem. Tell you what, if you shave... Uh-oh. Okay. Can I help you? What I'm looking for is thank you, upon which note I, Bagamnon, bounty hunter, do humbly thank you, warrior of light, for delivering me this fine gift. Now hand over the order sight, lest you want to see the desert sands turn red, and be quick, Gijuk here does not have the steadiest of hands. That one, she will bring it to me. Okay. Sure, whatever. Oh, he totally is a Mega Legion, which is funny. Da-da-da-da. Remember, soul crystals are a thing in lore, regardless of the classes. It's just we tend to use them for classes. I think we found it so close to Doma. The Duma of Doma. There, I mean, hi. No! I'm evil. We not have our guests think us underbred. You have what you want. Now unhand him. Of course. Abanga is true to his word. I'll be keeping this, though. Father. Only yourselves to blame for this, but if you mislike the thought, you can always blame the gods. Not that they're listening, because they don't exist. Get up, fool. We're leaving. Yeah, that wasn't a fatal shot. That was just, you made a pun, so... get shot. As all puns deserve. I don't know. Don't ask me. You're gonna be alright. I swear. It's okay. Lore's a healer. He doesn't look like a healer. He's a healer. Shut up! I am the healer of death. I'm telling you, holy lich. Just think about it. Dunamis remains deep in slumber, but his breathing is steady and his fever subsided. So, I sent word to Sid. Yeah, sure. It's okay. Just imagine you're in a half-fever state, there's blood leaking into your eyes, you can barely see, and you just see me walk up. I am here to heal you. Ah! The Reaper has come for me. No, I'm not playing a Reaper today. What? Oh, I should acknowledge the donation in the middle. Thank you, TSB. Sorry. I was battling a boss in lag, and I didn't want to, you know, die. So thank you very, very, very much for the support. Ah! And that's going towards Alpha Centauri. You got it. You are being healed. Please do not resist. What? Anyway, so I'm going to start reading this a little bit at my pace, because I know this is the chunk of death. Because this is the chunk I referenced. So you're probably thinking, Lore, you're protesting too much. That hardly took any time to get to the first raid. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? For fun, let's start a timer. Let's see how long it takes us to reach the second raid. While reading at my pace. This should be interesting. There, okay. So, Aurasight does not facilitate the possession of a living person by an icon, as was assumed to be the case with Yazael and the Archbishop. Thank you, Uison Corp. As always. And yes, it absorbs the host's ether and transforms it before returning it to the host's body. And that's the case. Our Charlayan allies must be informed immediately. I suppose the real question is, did you find what you came looking for? Well, yes, I did. I found everything and everyone! And that's going towards Patchwalker. Thank you again, U.S. Corp. The legend would have us believe Delita, the commoner who would be king, was the sole hero. But I have discovered there was another! A brother and sister by the names of Ramza and Alma. Dun dun dun. Nowhere did I see any mention of those, and I did my homework on this. Okay. Oh my god, Omega Legion. I recovered unrefutable evidence that Delita had a close companion named Ramza. That led me to Alma. I named my own children after them. That's kind of weird, actually. You must believe me, Ivalice has never been a pastime. It is my calling, my purpose, my family's purpose. Go on. The world knows me as Genomus, but that's my stage name. My true name is Durai! Dun 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 wah wah wah. Doesn't matter to anybody who doesn't know Final Fantasy Tactics. So, an orphan by the name of Oren Durai crossed paths with Ramza and Delita and FFT stuff. The Durai papers were never published. The truth of Ivalice sealed away with them. What's so damning the church would do that? By the way, which church, while we're on this subject? There's a bunch of churches in this particular setting, and there's not like the church like there was over in Ivalice. But anyways. Details. Forbidden Chronicles? Oh, okay. I must prove that Ivalice was real. Or it's so simple. But alas, the Durai papers are written in High Evolution, an ancient and extinct tongue. It's like a couple thousand years old. Come on. We can read Latin now. It's whatever. So the diary stolen by the Banga hunters was the way to translate evolution. Dun dun dun. Yes, I did, Omega Legion. I couldn't tell you the story of these raids. Like, really, I couldn't. Right now, if you quizzed me, I would fail that quiz. We're getting pretty close, actually, to when I started skipping cutscenes. We're not there yet. He's a man obsessed. Ivalice's grip will grow stronger. Aura sight glow. Ominousness. Da-na-na-na. Okay, that's fair. Fun function. I'll give you that one. And hell, I can barely read Chinese, and that's a language used now! Okay, we did it! Yay! That was easy. Oh, right, the next quest. Okay. And now right back to the ship, which... Right, you... Give me a few minutes, I can read Spanish. That's about as far as I go. I need to check that. You're right, Blade Travel. We've discovered something. It's a terrible quest chain. Hi, Rex. Something Mikoto is Moristola's idea. Is this the first time we've met her? I know it's the first time we've seen her in this playthrough, but I forget when she's actually introduced, because she's in the Boja chain, too. I am Mikoto of House Jinba, a Dolmen, though my years in Charlane have made me a stranger here. You must be Lore Runner, fabled liberator of men, slayer of false gods, warrior of light. I thought you'd be taller. I am twice your height, ma'am! Okay, this is where she's introduced. Got it. Just for that, I'm not going to save you from that twit in the Boja chain. So... Da Crystal. Look at me! I am literally twice her height! Alright, whatever. So, this is the Odious. It's a aura site. It helped Delita rise to power. And then there was some stuff with... sorry. The resultant neuroharmonic disturbance allows for a highly unique admittance of CPRS waves that, instead of radiating outwards with a determinate factor of dispersal, resonate inwards at a frequency so labored my estimates place the VRT decay rate of several centuries. I wanted to read that out loud so you'd understand why some people look at this quest chain and go, huh? Okay, that's cool. Take a deep breath and try again. This time in a language those of us without the echo might comprehend. My apologies. I merely thought it's okay. I actually like Mikoto. Legit. It's just... I thought you'd be taller. What? Okay. Ether is not only the building block of all material, but immaterial as well. Thoughts, memories, feelings, and such.
They can be measured, and unlike most crystals which can only emit energies, auracite is tuned to absorb ether, but specific ether to the immaterial. Ugh. The ether is then stored and multiplied within its confines until external stimuli precipitate release. Jesus Christ, Rax. Try again. I mean, both of those actually made sense to me, but whatever. Under appropriate conditions, a strong will or desire can become imprinted on the auracite and stored until fomentation, at which point the desire becomes manifest. Fomentation? It's a word. Read a book, Ramza. Whap! My studious young friend is trying to say is that Odious takes one's deepest fantasies and makes them reality. Yeah, so yeah, I was actually about to say, so the what they're doing, let's just summarize this a little bit. What they're doing is they're explaining why Lucavi are different from primals in FF14, and why Lucavi are lesser than primals, but at the same time also less terrifying than primals. And that's the summary here. I was still reading at this point. I remember this section because I remember thinking, that's actually a cool way to do that. And then I started having some theories about what was going on with Izael and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so, yeah, right, I should probably actually be reading some of this out loud. I am informed he uttered the same words over and over again for the duration of the confrontation which unfolded. In that case, it's possible it's not actually Argath who uttered them, but the auracite itself. The papers are correct. Argath was a weak and petty noble who believed that blood entitled him to power. The auracite took that belief and twisted it to the abomination we, lore, put to the sword. And there you go, Lucavi in 14 terms. Crystal could prove a threat. Yes. The auracite, and not necessarily. Ramza fared well enough. In the hands of the just, it could prove harmless, even beneficial. We must have our own nukes. And yes, I think it is Blade Turball. Oh yes, Emperor Galvus' justification for taking the marvels of Magitek and applying them to manufacture. After all, what was the harm in bringing order to 3 great continents? You draw an intriguing parallel. The properties of these crystals are so singular. I wonder if they are like Magitek, the products of science and not nature, if they were built by someone. But who? Who could possibly build these? I could think of 3 people off the top of my head in this setting who could build auracite. Sorry, 4. 5. Yeah. Maybe 6. But yes, this is manufactured auracite as opposed to deifacted, which I'm just going to go ahead and say those are my 2 favorite words in the English language. Like, they're so unnecessary, and it's just manufactured, but I don't know. Him. So, Sid has to go deal with Omega. Bye. And then Ramza picks up the auracite, because that's the dumbest thing he could possibly do. What I don't understand is, if the Duma imprinted the Argath's desires, whose desires are rattling about in the Odious? You idiot! So, we searched, did some searches, did some studies. What of the voices I heard? I heard no voices. The voices are in your stubborn head, Alma, because I'm terrible. Speak of voices, what of yours, our resident voice of dissent? You have done naught but question the wisdom of our research the moment we left Garlemald. Would you pet your petty worries above our family's calling? Reminder, he's 16 years old. And boy, does he act like it. Then why involve a gossiper, a goody two-shoes, and this flying mole? Please tell me you can see that. Chapopo. Yeah, Ramza's... He's a 16-year-old. In the bad sense of the word. Frankly, no, Von Falkenstein, which is why it's just like, why did you go this way with it? Yeah, we need to have the Tor bounty hunter quest chain into this. I'm Ramza, and I'm a prat. Whap! Ah! Oh, please do go on. My acceptance into your fine troops ranks can wait until they've all said their piece. Guards, get this Mont Blanc, because of course it's Mont Blanc. Denizens of Dalmasca's desert, seeker of thrills, adventurer extraordinaire, but you can call me Mont Blanc. Dalmasca has long been known to be a melting pot for myriad cultures where minor races such as Sikh, Bonga, and Vieira might live in relative harmony with Hur, Ilazan, and others. But there's no record of a prominent Mughal population. Looks like we're neither prominent nor populous. My people are nomadic by nature, ever drawn to the elusive frontier and the freedom she promises. A Mughal? Of course I'm a Mughal. You think these adorable wings and fluffy palm would give it away. Now, about my admission. Well, now, no such thing. The Majestic is the Empire's premier theatre company. We will not sully its good name by granting refuge to a fluttering ball of fur. And furthermore, how'd you get this abomination, his word, not mine, aboard the Prima Vista in the first place? So, bit of historical context. At about this point in time, I started caring a whole lot less about what was going on in the story. Montblanc, what calls you to the stage? Our stage. What else? The Zodiac Brave story. Never before have I witnessed something so amazing. Hovering there in the audience as the story unfolded around me, I knew I was witnessing something special, something positively transcendental. I realized I had to be a part of it, or go to my grave a bitter and broken Mughal. Also, frankly, a Mughal would be a godsend for a theater troupe. It's a Mughal. Was this realization before or after you swore you'd become the realm's greatest marauder? Shut up, Blade Travell. No truth. Like if you were to chart on the graph, my interest in the story was starting to plummet, but I haven't gotten to the point where I started skipping cutscenes yet. I'll point it out when we get there. Perhaps if you'd been more successful running away and didn't reveal your grand designs to every other fool you happen to meet. Was it not 2 score nights ago you took upon the axe, and now you're professing your passion for stage before carving even a single notch in your haft? Do you not remember to he who churns the butter goes the sweetest bread? But how is one to savor buttered bread if his head is the belly of a fearsome beast? You accuse me of giving up when I merely came to the realization that continuing would end in failure. Only through a change of course would I reach my final destination. What destination is that? A mummer? Are you sure it's not a geomancer? Arithmetician? Templar? Don't bother answering. We all know you'll be singing a different tune. Some cockcrow. Come cockcrow. Interest plummeting. This is where you're mistaken. I was destined to be a thespian. I could feel it in my fur. The role of Delita was made for me. Plummeting. Kupo, enough! The actors in the company are the... You know what, okay. I'm gonna do us all a favor. I'm a rude dick. You are a rude dick. Wait, I'm not a rude dick. You're all witnesses for the fact that he's a rude dick. Wonderful. Now what? Well, if he wants to kill himself, that's cool. I believe the term of mole bat? Why would you call a Mughal a mole bat? Why must you always put yourselves above others, brother? Do you learn nothing from Argath's wretched example? If anything befalls my brother, his blood is on your hands. Lord, please go help his brother. What's Ramza have to say about all this? I must learn to control my anger, but sometimes I just want to punch things. These wounds, they crawl through my robes. Pardon my language, but Ramza is an I'm sorry. Pardon my language, but that Ramza really is an incurable little prick, is he not? How dare he speak to his sister in the Mughal in that manner? I can't decide what's worse, the things he said or the way the principal sat back and let him say it. Thank you, Lena. That's the reporter, Mikoto, over there. Alright, whatever. Let's go find the Mughal. God, this lag. Look at this.
What is with this nonsense? I'm gonna restart the game. Like, you saw that, right? That was a good 4 seconds. And yeah, my connection's still fine. So yeah, I'm gonna restart FF14 and hope that that does something, because that's clearly my connection to the game. Because the rest of my connection's fine. Anyways, story negative. Over here. One thing I should check too while we're at it. Let's see what the server status is at right now. Nothing untowards. Oh yeah, sorry, pause the timer. We're up to 18 minutes, by the way. Reading at my pace. What is she saying, by the way? That is not what I heard at all. Wow. Okay. Of course, I've never understood any lyrics in this entire game, so that doesn't surprise me. I always have to look it up. Omega! Excuse me. The first thing I heard was "Till the Dawn." And then gibberish. Okay. That's probably long enough. Restart the timer. Okay, there was a peddler of iron and steel said to be carrying a bag stuffed to the brim with albino mole fur and purple bat wings. Okay. And that's not true, Rax. There's one song that has more clear lyrics. Ba-da-da-da-da, 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 Titan! Oh, for God's sakes. So I'd say if anybody else wants to join us for Raid 2, they're welcome to. But honestly, you've probably got like an hour. We're 18 minutes in. And we haven't even really started the quest yet. Mighty Thor. Let's see. I have some questions here. Ugliest character you find adorable. Plague Knight. Because he is super cute. Oh my god. He made me squee on camera. I don't know what else to add to that. Let's see here. Listen, I can't acknowledge that that song exists. Because if I do, I'll relapse, remember. Come on. Lag. There we go. Jesus Christ, it is bad. Oh, you should have seen it earlier, Rex. I actually died on Hash Mall, not because I did anything wrong, but because the game stalled for like 8 solid seconds. Just sat there. Why are you not dead? I'm just gonna stand there. Hang on. It'll acknowledge that we attacked. There it goes. Yeah, the problem is, and I've done several checks, my connection's fine. No issues, not even so much as a single dropped frame or one dropped packet. So something's going on somewhere in between, and unfortunately there's very little I can do about that. Anyways. You're dumb! They were right, I'm a failure, a flop! A flailing, flapping, foppish failure! Now. Not everyone can be a hero, even most heroes. So, like, you should be someone else. Not all wars are won on the front lines, which is actually true. Of course not. Every campaign needs its brilliant architect. I, Montblanc, can be the mastermind. That was quick. Well, that was... okay, that was pointless and stupid. Oh yeah, timer resumed. Timer resumed. Yeah, no, I'm not going to just reset my entire internet connection, which I could do. I am super not doing that, though. Oh yeah, so this is a minor irritation, but I hate this about this thing. So I click the quest, and I click map, and it shows me the Prima Vista. Now, obviously I can then click Kugane and do it, but like that unnecessary extra step is just another little paper cut on how stupid these quests are. So, not that FFT music is unmouth. Oh, I already actually answered that one. In fact, I already answered Five's question, too. I have no questions left. I mean, I do, but those people aren't on. I like to save questions until the people come back on. I might not... see, the whole reason I healed was A, I didn't realize I was having that kind of lag, and B, speed up the queue time. I might not heal for the next one. I don't really want to heal with that kind of lag again. That was stressful. Oh no! It's the evil ones. This is a ship of peace! Release my sister, your answer to me! I'm right behind... just let me kill them. Put the damnable thing down, Ramsey. You're not helping matters. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, let me just go ahead and tank with this lag. We have no quarrel with you or yours. We only seek the aid in finding our leader, Bagomnin. What? You seek help? You who threatened to kill my father, who stole his work and made fools of us all? Never! Silence. They have Alma. We will hear what they have to say. No, they really super do not have Alma. As I said, we have no quarrel with you. No, we only did what was necessary to secure an audience. We surrender our weapons and offer our journal as an act of good faith. By the way, they're not evil now. Trust us. Wink. Yep. That's what I'm here for, Blade Traval. I'm sorry I'm doing Ivalice of not today of all days. Oh my god, Melkor. The claims coincide with what we've learned about the Aurosite. You're saying the crystals did something to our captain? Yeah. Class quests. And that's actually kind of it. I mean, I still have to do Blue Mage stuff, but that's it. Blue Mage, class and crafter quests, Ivalice. And then we start hitting the MSQ again. Temptation to skip cutscenes rising. Interest plummeting. It's okay, they didn't eat his body, only his soul. His soul? What? Tell me, what was your leader's deepest desire? What did he long for above all else? No, I like Mikoto. She's the only thing I like about these quests. Why waste your breath reasoning with these lizards?
They showed themselves for the beasts they are when they put a knife to your throat. I'm stupid, by the way. First mole bats and now lizards. This tongue is pure poison. And they keep referencing how much Rems is a dick, too. Like, it's not bad enough that you make him a dick. Everyone's like, eh. We're totally crap. You're crap? Yes. 30 years have gone by, but I still have PTSD from it. So we were Fusiliers in the Damascan army, stationed at the Royal Stronghold in Nalbina. References! Nalbina was reputed to be impenetrable. It fell to the 4th Legion, and it was a turning point in the Imperial campaign, a crushing blow to Damascan morale, and ultimately the beginning of the kingdom's end. Agamemnon was our captain, and once it was clear as day that he would not be ours, Prince Rosler, references, commander of the garrison, tasked him with one final mission. We were to escort His Highness's Princess Ashelia Delmana Belnasker, whatever the hell her stupid name is. Unfortunately, things did not go as planned. I still remember the words she uttered as she lay dying in the captain's arm, but a stone's throw away from the Garam Scythe waterway. She told us, the very people who had failed her, to survive for as long as a single Dalmascan stood, our nation would never truly perish. Yeah, no kidding, Rex. It should not have been us who survived. By failing to protect our charge, we betrayed her memory. We are cold-blooded lizards, deserving of whatever scorn you heap upon us. Okay, cool. Deep-seated hatred toward invaders of homeland, coupled with self-loathing born from a sense of powerlessness. So, it'll be the same thing that drove Argath, the same emotions which nourished the Duma. Stop speaking in riddles. That's not riddles. Does nobody else understand her? She's saying your brave captain will turn into a monster, or rather, more of one. Because you're a monster! Garlean lies! Oh, for Christ's sakes, we've got to go find him. Do you have any idea where he's gone? Any idea at all? Wait. Something's been added to the final page of my journal. I am Tom Marvolo Riddle. Huh. The captain put it there. Is this in Dalmascan? Does anyone here speak Dalmascan? It says Ridorana. Aha! The next raid! Why would he write that in the old man's journal, no less? Ugh. The Ridorana Cataract. References! There's a place in the Valnard Sea to the south of Rabanastre where the ocean tumbles into a gaping maw more than a mile across. The Ridorana Cataract. Legend would have us believe it's the entrance to the hell of water. Many scholar has descended into the chasm, some even by airship. No one has ever returned. Really? Okay. Yeah, to give you an idea, I've already given the first raid, Rabanastre, 3 pluses to gameplay. Separate. Spread out, but still. Okay, that's right. They're referencing the next raid. It must be now, right? Right? It'll be this quest, right? But why? But why? So then this guy starts singing in song. Cloth the man idling in an airship. Touche! I shall leave you to your devices. What? I just failed the quest. I just failed the quest. I didn't know you could do that.
My colleagues tell me that if one in this land needs an item fetched, you are the man to speak to. I find this philanthropic compulsion fascinating, so in the interest of research, I say let's put your compulsion to the test. Bring me a bottle of wine. And this is when I started skipping cutscenes. So, we're kind of getting into blind territory for me, narratively. Because as I was doing this for a reason. I wanted you to get into the mindset of me back when I was doing this for the first time. Of just being like, okay. Okay. And then it got to the thing where the guy's like, hey, go get me some wine. And I was just like, you know what? I'm freaking done. Because it was pretty much the exact same thing I just joked about just now. Oh, surely the next quest will be the raid. No. Oh man, look at this lag! Ah, God! You've traveled far. What do you seek? I seek the server malfunction. Rose-themed wine. A bottle. Yes, of course! You should go talk to this person. Okay. Oh, there we go. And... oh my god. Okay. It didn't even cancel on me. It just... wow. Yeah, server malfunction. Stop lagging the server. God. Actually, do me a favor. Do me a favor. Do me a favor. Server malfunction. Okay, I want you to stand, like, where I am, okay? To track where the server thinks I am. I'm just gonna go over here. Okay, moving on. Am I here? Can I talk to an NPC? Oh, hey! I successfully talked to an NPC. Holy crap. You are the fool in question. Do not bother to deny it. A fool who has aimed too high. One of your standing could live 1,000 lifetimes and not amass the wealth required to purchase a single bottle of this wine. Sword through the chest. Price is no object, even if I believed you and I do not. I have a reputation to hold. No, Dr. Winter. Although we have reached the point where I started not reading these quests. Speaking of which, it's time to go to Costa del Sol. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, I'm gonna do, like, Dancer. In fact, I'm just gonna switch to Dancer now, I think. And I'm just gonna do the next dungeon, or next raid, excuse me, as a Dancer. Because that's like as low stress, you know, lag appropriate class as I can think of. How many negatives would I give a game that's literally unplayable for 2 days due to server maintenance? 1. And I hate to say that, but the problem is I've seen worse. That's how that system works. 2 would be very bad. 3 would be one of the worst things I've ever seen, and I've seen a lot worse than that in terms of server issues. Hey, Giga Pudding, kill me. It's fine, Canada Bangs. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's all cool. Everything's cool. We got lag. You realize 1 bottle could purchase an entire estate in the mist, or 5 estates for the price of 5 bottles, which happens to be the number of bottles I have in my collection. I'm not an unreasonable man. Let none say the venerable Gigaru... you know, okay, yeah, but you want a bottle of vintage Sud Vianja for a Magnum of Dalmasca. Alright, let's go back over here. Yeah, we need to decide how many negatives we give to Endwalker's launch when we get there. I hate to say that. I don't like doing that, but it deserves it. I'm leaning towards 1 or 2, but it's still not 3. I've still seen worse than that. Okay. So I should read that part out loud while I'm rocking. What? Whoa. What? No. No, I want to go this way. That's one of those interesting things, Omega Legion. Because you're right, Square couldn't really do anything about it. But no matter why it sucks, it still sucks. Now, the fact that Square couldn't do anything about it is what's diminishing it, if that makes sense. It's not going to be more negatives because Square couldn't do anything about it. And they were pretty open and upfront about the whole affair. But it was still an unplayable, unacceptable status of launch. That's just how it is. And yeah, by the way, New World is still worse than this crap. Can't sleep. Can't sleep. For God's sake, /soothe. Yeah, I saw the new Stellaris expansion notes. I'm actually really looking forward to it. But then again, of course I am. It's Stellaris. Okay. Comfort. Anyways, Dalmascan Rhine used to be really easy to come by. But then the Empire raised the vineyards. For no perceivable reason. By the way, his wife used to be cool about things, so I need to go find a wine bottle so he can remember his wife, because he's still suffering severe PTSD. And we all know the best cure for PTSD, especially severe PTSD, which prevents you from sleeping, is alcohol. Yeah, bad launch, exactly, Dr. Winter. God, this lag. But yeah, what I'm most likely leaning towards is one negative for this game. For Endwalker, more specifically, for the launch. Which I believe is the same negative we gave to ARR. But yeah, we're being legit here, Von Falkenstein. They really couldn't just set up new servers. It's one of the reasons why they prevented the game's sale for, what, a month? In order to try and limit the problems that they were having. I mean, how many times do you know a game that has succeeded so well it's causing issues? Anyways, we got an empty Dalmascan wine bottle. Yay! So it brought me an empty bottle. The cork remains in place. Most fortunate. If adequate seals are made, there may still be traces of the wine within. And yeah, froze the trial for months. That just started up, what, last week? 2 weeks ago? Thought-provoking blend of kukuru beans and cinnamon with a hint of rosemary. A veritable kaleidoscope of opulence and refinement. Don't care. To think I would have the ability to savor it. But he will not be as satisfied with a sniff as I will. Now, one with scruples might see the empty bottle as a basis for a ruse. One man's ruse is another man's What are you doing here, Hancock? No, the wine is empty. It's just, so that guy, the Lalafell, has a really good sense of smell. So he smelled the alcohol, smelled the wine, excuse me, and that was enough for him. He got to enjoy the wine. But there's no actual booze in the bottle. He literally just said Keaku, yes. Over the years, I've had numerous dealings with Lord of Costa del Sol, and while he has many things, an expert on wines is not one of them. Not that it would matter if he were. Men of his standing invariably find more joy in boasting of acquisitions than consuming them. In all likelihood, he will never open the bottle, rendering the provenance of its contents practically irrelevant. What are my manners? These forays into Western climes always bring up the barbarian in me. It's a pleasure, Lore. Lest you wonder at my presence, my employers see promise in hinge and wine trade. Yeah, no, that's legit. Yeah, how do you tell a good wine from a bad wine? The price. Turn to your gentleman. I believe I may be of assistance. I just happen to have in my person several sample bottles of Hingen wine, made with grapes similar to one in Dalmasca. For a close acquaintance, I'd be willing to part with it one so he might fill his empty vessel. That would be unjust! As a maker of wine, I cannot allow it. Master Gigaruja has cozened more of his clients than I can count. How do you think the man amassed his fortune? By playing fair? So, we will have morally justified means to do this. Let us be glad our quarry is a fool. I have no problem with this. Screw Gigaruju. Now then, I must go tell the gentle citizens of Wineport they should be drinking Hingen. Good day. We're still on the wine quest. that just sort of clicked with me. We're still running around doing wine things. Hancock's cool. I do actually like Hancock. I mean, he's already gotten a positive, so... Oh my god, you're right. WoW has poop quests for some stupid reason. FF14 has wine quests for some stupid reason. When did they add flying to ARR? I don't remember when they did that. I thought that was in Shadow, but I could be wrong. Yes, yes. A bouquet of herbaceousness, dignification, coupled with earthen undertones, and so forth. 5.3, so that's Shadow, right? The very epitome of Damascus Red. You have outdone yourself this time, Laura. Yeah, you're welcome. It's promised. Ladies, if you please. Okay, it is Shadow. That's what I thought. So, to answer your question, Dr. Winter, no. You would not... Why is Kate Sith on that bottle? We would not have flying at this point in time. Yeah, imagine doing this on foot for a moment. Just... I mean, I don't have to imagine that, because... Are we done? We are! Oh my god. Okay, we're done with wine for the moment. I'm gonna test something. I should have tested it earlier. Oh my god, that lag. Hey. We're in Stormblood. That's what she... I didn't exist for a second. That was terrifying. Yeah, the real question here is how exactly we negative up this entire series of quests. Because, like, it's not good. So you have a dancer, a tragedian, a muscle, and a thespian. Yeah, the lag is so bad, offshore Twitch account doesn't realize we hit Stormblood last week! I will admit, since arriving in the south, there but not a bit of dull moment. Not that life back in Garlemald is dull, by any means. Only that you foreigners embrace chaos where the sane man would seek to prevent it. Their ways are barbaric, but their hearts are true, as do their upper arms, their thighs, their abdomen. Oh god, their abdomens! Okay. Finally leaving, are we? Well, that should be exciting, though not for those lizards. Especially if their captain turns out to have gone the way of the other fellow. Do you think the Bong have dances of their own? Do you think they'd show me? No, you're probably right. No, I don't think they do. There's a storage node here. Right. Let's just get on with it. Hey, you! I got your goddamn wine. That's a rose in my pocket. Here you go. One priceless bottle of wine that literally costs as much as a house, you little pissant. I have two, actually, Rex. You never cease to amaze. Uh-huh. But what is most amazing is your impeccable sense of timing. Today marks the 12th anniversary I met my wife. If there's one thing she loved more than wine, it was roses. Or that she were here today. Sorry, Matsuno. I jest. My life is very much alive. Oh, okay. Grab the extremely expensive bit of wine, and right over the head. Thank you, Vigilant. Always. Much appreciate, and I will jot that down for Force Unleashed, if you give me a moment. She's been with us all along. Care to join us, darling? For me? How thoughtful. But did you... Forget the most important gift of all? Not at all. So we can see what Matsuno really wants in a woman. Well, that's how crafting works. Bacon bread! The perfect companion for the perfect wine. For my perfect companion. Oh, darling, this thinks it might be our best anniversary yet. Are we done here? By the way, he just said that we get no credit for that because the bacon bread is what made it the best anniversary. So. Also, they just rubbed it in by saying, I hope these last few quests have been, well, last few hours have been as productive for you as they have been for us. No. No, they haven't. Yep, okay. The Pharaoh's Sirius is a lighthouse near the cataract to prevent people from going to it. We're not sure how this ties with Ivalice, however, there's a brief wrench into a Ritterana. So, the tale was not changed. So, there was not a single entry on Ritterana. No mention of the sea. No reference to the cataract. No mention to the lighthouse. Okay. Ramza's discovery prompted me to examine the mystery from a different perspective. What if there was no mystery at all? What if at the time of Delita's rise, the chasm didn't exist yet? There's more. But only a visit to the lighthouse will confirm our theories with certainty. Are we finally going to the goddamned lighthouse? And do the math boss with lag. That's going to be great. So obviously, a gameplay negative for that whole quest chain, for needless, pointless backtracking. Doesn't look quite as cool as an FF12, but I'll forgive them. They're kind of making do here. I'm also, frankly, going to give a story negative to the quests so far. As I say, we are going to be getting to the raid very soon, so anybody wants to join us for the second raid, this would be a good time to go and hop in and be ready to go. Whatever class you wish to bring. I wouldn't mind someone other than me healing, because I no longer trust myself to heal these raids with the lag I'm having today. Anyways, one must delve into the tower's depths, one must observe from afar. As acting expedition Sunbleeder, I appoint you captain of the first. You may use your spyglass to aid in your search for the missing lizard. You're so helpful. Damn it, brother. Where are you? Isn't he literally the first boss? What are you doing? I dare say you have a handful of Imperial Dreadnoughts and 30 years of dispreparedness. Yeah. Oh, let's go and grab some invites. Let's see. Canada Bangs is server malfunction. Pretty sure. Oh, I'm not party leader. That's easy enough to fix. Boop. And I will probably actually take Dancer. Because at least when I die, I'll be doing something. I'll be buffing the other people. One of these quests again. Oh my god, I've seen the most terrifying thing of all. A Moogle. I must find Bagabnon. Where could he be? Where is he? Oh, there he is. I find him! Yep, I will die with beauty and grace. Two things I lack in real life. You know the funny thing? Because of the fact that this is literally just FFT music and not a remix, I can't give this game a plus to music for it. See GTA for precedence on that one. You were party lead, Omega Legion. And long experience has taught me that it's substantially quicker to just leave party and re-invite than to, you know, say, hey, give me party lead. Prince Rossler, Princess Rochelia, I know you cannot forgive me. Nor should you. It's all my fault. I could not save you. Could not save anyone. Anyone but myself. I'm so sorry. Bagabnon, wait! No. Everything's purple. Imperials! Yeah, I want... Can I have that armor, please? Traitors, have you no pride? You treat with the very men who laid waste to our homeland. You're mistaken, brother. There's no Imperials here. We've come to help. Seriously, can I have that armor? No. Actually, I don't want Gabrant's armor. I want one of the other suits, but still. Yeah, I know. They make Bagabnon the loyal son of Dalmasca. Think about that for a minute. What I see. My own kind sided with the enemy. How dare you seek an audience with the princess? Koopa. It has him. It's showing him what he wants to see. What the? No. No. We have no reflexes in cutscenes. Oh my god, we had a reflex in a cutscene. I cannot believe it. It might be the first time in the whole game. So this is the end. Yeah, add to the list of crimes for Livia. Recite the words, satisfy the covenant, relinquish thy soul to me, and be granted with that which thou desirest most. That is such a stupid bargain. Sword in hand, a warrior clutches stone to breast. Look at me, brother. Look at me! You know, we could just take the stone out of his hand. In stored etching, he put his memories. Don't die, not yet. In stone, his temperate skill. Take the stone out of his hand! Oh yeah, we're fighting Yzmat, my bad. Nah, I'm kidding. We're fighting Water Dude. I forget his name. Gross. Gross. Really gross. I do like how we're the only one with any kind of, like, we're ready to fight here, and everyone else is just like, oh, God! That would be funny, Blade Travel. Give me that! Oh, shoot. Ugh. We need to leave right away. Do we... But the boss is right there! That's the boss, and why are we leaving? Oh my god! Ah! A most interesting twist. I had assumed the Aurosite would act more swiftly upon the weak-willed, but maybe I was mistaken. Could it be the opposite is true? Those possessed of strong will are more susceptible. Ah, so many questions. We're not without answers. Whoop. Is there aught else you wish to know? No, I'm good, thanks. It was as we feared. Bagamnon's soul is lost. Much as I wish it would otherwise, Bagamnon is beyond saving, but we cannot suffer what's left of him to become a distraction. I mean, at this point, I was firmly skipping cutscenes of Mega Legion, so I was just... I do remember, though, being like, okay, we're here, we're at the thing, next will be use the duty finder. And then I ended up here on the ship, and I'm just like... Why am I back on the ship? Because remember, I was skipping cutscenes at this point. Why am I back on the ship? What? What? Enough, Alma. Adults are talking. Enough. Seriously. The lighthouse is built on the top of the ruins of the clockwork city of Gaug. The what anime? The Zodiac Brave story. The clockwork city of Gaug was a metallic metropolis where airships, automata, and math bosses existed. And the Durai papers do not say more. They do mention a land upon which the city was built was severely limited. Inconvenience that forced its inhabitants to build up rather than out. It's an island. It all explains everything. Yeah. So, that's why the Ritterana is here and not present there. Possibility the Garleans are descended from people displaced from Gaug. Dun dun dun! It would explain, yeah, dancing math bots. It would explain how the Empire was able to forge armies of iron even before the discovery and application of Alagon technology. Yes, it all makes sense. I must rewrite history, for I am Matsuno, and this is my story now, and I'm strangling it for all it's worth. Interesting if ambitious theory. And yeah, by the way, in case you're missing that, Gaug is from Tactics. The Ritterana, the Pharaoh's Lighthouse is from 12. So, 12 is built on Tactics. Wait a minute, where'd you get that necklace? Huh? What? Oh, I'm just Alma. I'm not important to the story. Your mother's necklace. It's my late wife's most cherished possession. Why do you ask? Bagamnon had a talisman he would wear beneath his jerkin. He refused to take it off, even when bathing. Said it was special. It looks exactly like your daughter's. Well, that's terrifying. Yeah, no kidding, Omega Legion. What are you implying, Lizard? That my sister stole it? Or my late mother? Neither. You stupid, addle-pated twat. Can you believe the nerve of this boy? Yeah, I love how you keep drawing attention to it, too. That doesn't make it better. That would be funny, Cashel. The final Lucavi is this Ramza. Anyways. So, enough, Ramza. Stop being a twat. What of them, Ramza? Do you imagine it's better than theirs in some way? Or someone else's for somewhere? Sorry, Father. We have but one purpose, son. Now, let's go explore the city. Okay, are we there? Are we there? We're there! Anybody else? Maverick wants in. And Rax obviously wants in. On game. There you go. There you go. Anybody else? You got 10 seconds, as usual. Oh, Bragwin wants in. So we'll get a spot for Bragwin. We have 2 slots left if anybody wants to join. By the way, map music. This is the other song I really like from Tactics. I tend to like the quieter songs in Tactics more than the battle songs. But I think with the advantage of hindsight, I think that's partially because the battles and tactics take so long, at least for me, because I'm an idiot, that I feel like I just get sick of them, you know? The Persona 5 effect, let's just call that what that is. Because, like, several songs in Persona 5 I actually enjoy when I listen to it for 3 minutes instead of 7 hours. I have played Tactics A1 and A... No, wait, no. I've only played Tactics A1. And I hated it so much I never played Tactics A2. Sorry, let me get that correct. That is cursed, Rax. I want you to know that. Oh, there's Bregwin. Wait, she's not there yet. Bregwin. There she is. Make sure you're the class you want to be. Good morning, Ross. Waiting on Maverick. I actually do want to play back through A1 and A2 at some point. A1, to be clear, pissed me off entirely on the narrative axis. The story actually got me angry. Like, really, really angry. Oh, you're ready. Okay. No, not the puppets bunker, not the copy factory. There we go. The Ritterana Lighthouse. My heart cries out to you to join your journey into the depths of Gaud, but my head tells me I would pay for the privilege with my life. I received no martial training. Trust me, I know. I've done Boja. Yeah, I actually couldn't tell you the second story, and obviously I've never played it, but I looked it up, and I couldn't even tell you it right now. The first story is just... wow. Yeah, so, this is not a spoiler. In Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced 1, you play someone from the real world, but you find a book called Ivalice, or whatever the hell it's called. No, I think it's actually called Final Fantasy. And, oh, you enter the book, and everything's just a dream, and doesn't matter, and, God, it's just... it's a combination of pretentious and horrifying. And neither of those things really gel well, in my opinion. Like, there was a joke going around on the internet for a while, among several message boards I was on, that the main character you play in Tactics A1 is the main villain of Tactics A1. However, with the advantage of thinking about it and going back through, I don't think that's a joke. I think that's actually true. We enter into a realm in which our crippled friend can suddenly have the usage of his body back because he's in a fantasy body. And all these people, all of our friends, all talk about how it's just so much better than real life. And I don't mean like in the fantasy way, I mean in the fact that it's actually like a better life than real life. You know, it's like being dropped into Equestria for my MLP viewers. And your goal as the main character is to drag them kicking and screaming, often fighting them to do so, back to the real world. And it is exactly as horrifying as it sounds. God. Ugh. Anyways, bye. Yeah, sorry, Takota's correct. It needs to be mentioned that the game slants it, we've talked about slanting before, the game slants it as if dragging them kicking and screaming, beating them up to do it, back to the real world where their lives are worse in every way, is the right thing to do. Like, I joke about Sora being a villain, but that's a joke. Marsh is a villain. Anyway, sorry. The gameplay was pretty decent. I do remember the gameplay being decent. And again, I haven't played A2. I actually do want to play A2 someday. Final Fantasy Tactics Advance 1. Triaxia. This is taking a minute. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is going to take more than a minute. And I'm stuck in Hell Zone. Like, I can't really do anything about this. It totally does, doesn't it, Cashel? Like, I'm sorry. I firmly believe in the concept that life doesn't need to be perfect to be good. You know, net positive. And that people are flawed and that's okay. But I feel like some writers take that to such an extreme that it loses sensibility. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see it that often, but I have seen writers just take that concept and run with it. To the idea that, no, you must suffer. You must be in torment. That's the only way your life is worthwhile. You know what I'm talking about, right? There's a... God, it's just... Okay, alright, I'm done. Like, I'm sorry, if I could transport me and my family into Star Trek in an idealized circumstance, done! Hey, look, every disease is cured, and there's no poverty or sickness or war, and we have infinite resources. Cool! That doesn't somehow make my life less... Okay, so... It's funny I bring up Star Trek, because there's actually an episode of Voyager that does this. Real life, for those of you who remember the episode. For those of you who don't, I'll give you a brief synopsis. So, the Doctor makes a holographic family to simulate real life. Now, the first thing he does is he makes it a perfect family, which is just saccharine and terrifying, but amusing. Credit to the actors who play the family, by the way. Then, in order to show him up, B'Elanna gives him the most nonsensically, stereotypically awful family imaginable. Okay, both of those things are stupid stereotypes in opposite extremes, so that's whatever. But then they decide to fiddle with the program a bit to make it a little bit more realistic, and what ends up happening is the Doctor's daughter ends up having an accident which is going to kill her. The episode then insists that the Doctor has to experience the pain of losing his child because it's good for him and builds character. And the entire episode slants that like it's a good thing. Like that horror and nightmare and suffering is a good thing. Screw that episode! God damn it! I haven't seen that episode since I did the rumination on it. I'm still just as angry. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I mean when some writers just take that idea and say, woo! No! You twats! Hi. By the way, we got like another 15 minutes here. This is a great time for questions, because there's not a lot I can do right now. Like, I don't even think I could get Blue Mage spells right now. There we go, there's a question. I've cornered a military dictator. I need to arrest him. But arresting doesn't end the war and makes it worse. Do you kill him and risk the revolt, or wait up? Do you arrest him or kill him and risk the revolt? I kill him and risk the revolt. First, don't even have to think about that. Bam! They will never find his body, because I know what pigs do. Next question. Bring it! Seriously, we got like 15 minutes before this queue pops. Yeah, what really pisses me off for us is all the actors nail it in that episode, if you remember. Picardo is obviously legit, but remember that each of the guest stars do a really good job with their respective roles, and they're forced to play multiple characters in that episode. 3 each, in fact. The timer is currently at 12 minutes and remaining. We are missing 3 tanks, 5 healers, and 8 DPSs. Favorite troll in Warcraft? I mean, Vol'jin is the easy answer there. I do actually like Vol'jin. Oh, right. Over an hour now. We're really close to the end, Gigapudding. We won't finish it tomorrow. We've got too many class quests to smash through. Ugh. Well, what do I need, Rax? Do you know what I need? Does anyone know what I need? So we've got Vol'jin, who is awesome. We've got Zul'jin, who is awesome. Yeah, the Horde... Vol'jin's entire story arc in Pandaria could be described as horde means family. Ultra vibration. Okay, hang on. Oh. What number is ultra vibration? Yeah, Bwonsamdi actually is a pretty awesome troll, too. Also, hang on, there's another 2 trolls. So there's Zenkiki. How many of you even remember him before I describe who it is? And then, I don't remember his name, but the guy who was in BFA. Those are the 2 other awesome trolls off the top of my head. There's actually another one, I can't think of her name. She was the first troll druid. She was the one who teaches troll druids when they added that as a possibility for Zoids. Yeah, Zappy Boy. That's him. 92, thank you. I don't have anything over here, so yep, I don't have that. So, okay, to the peaks. Much as I like this music, it's slowly drilling into my brain. Alright, who we get this from? Kongamato. Where are you? Somewhere in the peaks. Okay. Oh, I remember those dragonflies, right? I think. Those are over here. Or I can just go to this spot. Which I will do. No, I can't teleport. Rax is blocking the teleport stone. Listen, we don't talk about Garrosh. I mean, Bwonsamdi is literally a troll who is also a troll who is also a Loa. As I've mentioned several times, the definition of what a Loa is, it's better to think of a Loa as a job or a role rather than a species in Warcraft. It's actually one of the things I find most fascinating about how it works. So I'm going to ask a really dumb question. How do I learn spells as a blue mage? Because it's been a minute. And I only really did the initial wave of getting spells. Okay, hit by spell. Got it. I can do that. See spell. That's even better. Let's see where... There it is. I know I have White Wind. This White Wind is actually pretty legit. Blue Mage gameplay. Oh, here we go. Okay. Did I... Get it? I do have 1,000 needles. Yeah, when Blue Mage came out, hey! Yeah, I did a pretty big wave of gathering stuff. That's what all these spells are. Including a few dungeon ones. And then I said, well, this is dumb, and walked away from it. No offense to anybody who likes Blue Mage, but when Blue Mage came out, A, getting spells sucked, and B, there was nothing you could do. So yeah, I do have some spells, just, you know. In fact, at the time, I had almost all of them. The only ones I was missing were the 3 raid ones, the elemental ones. It was like Ifrit, Titan, and Garuda, I want to say. And I didn't get those. So I have a couple. Okay, got that. Hang on, let's go ahead and put that on the bar. That was 92. There it is. Probably get rid of some. Hey, I've got self-destruct, so I can... There we go. Do that if I need to. So this is how Blue Mage works now, so this is kind of new to me. The biggest thing I remember about Blue Mage at the time was, A, they didn't really... Like, the Carnival was barely in. And B, and substantially more importantly, learning spells just sucked. Like, hard. Yeah, that's true. There was also no blue log. Like I said, there was basically nothing to do with blue when it came out. I was like, alright, that was neat. Next! Hell, I think PAX was still playing back when blue came out. I could be wrong. Because like I said, I quit in patch content, and he quit the moment he hit Shadow. You might think, why would he quit the moment he hit Shadow? So... Come on, there we go. Nag or something here. Poke. Wait, I don't want to kill it. No, I probably just killed it. Maybe? Lag! Hello? Okay. Well, anyways, let's go bonk this thing on the head. Bonk. There we go. Oh, Master Curls. I'll screw that thing then. To the Master Curl, which is over here. Bonk. So anyways, so I should explain that. You might probably wondering why did PAX quit the moment he had Shadowbringers? Shadowbringers starts off strong. Yeah, but I want you to think of the mindset. So PAX doesn't like playing MMOs solo, just like I don't. And I'd quit before that, so he kept going for a bit into Shadow. Problem number one. So he was already in a bad mood. Just, there we go, that's clearly it. Problem number two, well, Stormblood. Everything that I've talked about that got me to quit Stormblood was also ragging on him, and he has a lot less tolerance for that kind of stuff than I do. So, he was already just kind of like, really? Yep, there's basic instincts. I guess we just kill it immediately. Whenever it... Jesus, this lag. Yep, that's lag. That's how that works. Lag. Noun. Hey, it's dead. Its corpse is gone. Where did you erased it, Rats? Holy crap! I don't know if I caught it. What number are we looking for? I got level 5 Petrify. I should want that. $91. Okay. Jesus Christ. Anyways, he's already cast it. Hey, stuff's actually happening. Holy crap. Anyways, so he was irritated by the game. He was playing solo, and he had some issues gameplay-wise with a couple of the last few things, which I'll talk about when we get there. And the long and the short of it is, he gets into Shadow, and the first thing he finds out about is the time thing. Not the distortion. And the moment he saw that, he was like, yeah, I'm done. That was the thing that pushed him over the line. That was the final straw for him. If you remember, hey, I got it. If you remember, I gave a negative for that as well, and fully plan to again. Because it's completely unnecessary and frankly stupid. Increases movement speed and healing potential. Interesting. So yeah, that's why he bowed out in Shadow and has never actually played Shadow. And probably never will. Which is a shame, but there it is. I'm still in the queue. Oh! Oh, I told him it's awesome, but he's never coming back. And I don't actually blame him. See you around, Dr. Winter. Okay. This up. If they ever make it so that they get rid of the solo mandate thing, I'm pretty sure PAX would pick it up the day they do that. He and I have talked about this several times. That is the reason he bowed out of the game. There's obviously irritations in FF14. Duh, no game is perfect. But the thing, the killer, the deal breaker for him is the fact that he can't play it with me. And I don't blame him. I really don't. That sucks, you know? This, oh my god, lag. The lag is something I'm not going to hold against the game. I don't know what the hell is going on today. This is ridiculous. Look at this. Please don't actually disconnect. Start doing more network tests. Pretty sure we're here. I'm here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful lag. Look at this nonsense. They started the boss! Holy crap! Yeah, if this keeps up, I'm gonna have to do the full shutdown restart no really that I obviously really don't want to do because it's gonna take a few minutes and it's gonna involve pulling down everything and then pulling everything back up again. This is just... Look at this! This is why I'm not healing. Right here. I know, Meth Kim. I'm gonna die so... You know what? You know what? I'm gonna do it. During the fight. Give me a minute.